Armanz the Magnificent, aka the Busted, the Broken, or call him however you want. Without a doubt, he's the most powerful turn meter manipulation champion in Raid Shadow Legends, making sure that the enemy will never ever take a turn. Not only that he has turn meter manipulation in his kit, but he actually has crowd control on top of it, continuously stunning the enemy, stealing his turn meter, making sure that the enemy behaves, okay? So I am currently on the test server, guys. In this video, we're gonna have a look at Armanz. We're gonna see what exactly he can do, and my god, he's actually he's a funny one, okay? If you guys thought that seeing UDK in Arena was painful, if you thought that seeing Sun Wukong in Arena was painful, wait till you meet Armanz the Magnificent, who will make sure that if you're not taking in the right weapons against him, you will never take a turn. Of course, he has pros, he has cons, but I'm gonna walk you through everything that you need to know in this video. So check this out. He's not a fast time. Not at all. He's not built for damage, okay? He's not built for damage. But he soloed a Doom Tower wave on hard mode, okay? Just by continuously stealing their turn meter and stunning them. Stun, turn meter control, stun, turn meter control, over and over and over again for the last 15 minutes. Now, let me just quickly talk a bit about the champion, show you what exactly you can expect from this character and why he is going to be so powerful. Let's leave the build on the side. So, with the A1, he attacks an enemy. He has a chance of increasing the cooldown of a random skill by 2 turns, and if he increases it by 2 turns, he's going to get 20% turn meter. Fills the champion's turn meter by 10% for each turn added to the cooldown. So easy. It's just getting 20% turn meter from there. Then you have the A2. On a 3-turn cooldown, okay? 3-turn cooldown. Attacks all enemies. Steals all the turn meter from each target except enemies under ship debuff. Also places a stun on all of them, of course, if they don't have ship. Now, because you're going to go in and attack somebody that has turn meter already, and you're going to attack an entire team of 4 or 5 men, you're going to steal back 150, 200 turn meter. Maybe less, depending if they just took a turn before you're going. But with him in the team, they're not going to take a turn, okay? So as soon as you stole that turn meter, immediately you take a turn, okay? And you reduce the cooldown of this skill from 3 turns to 2 turns instantly. Then you have the A3. For my next streak, places a ship debuff on an enemy for 1 turn on a 3-turn cooldown. Then has a chance, 100% chance fully booked, of removing all buffs from all enemies. Fills this champion's turn meter by 5% for each buff removed. The more buffs you remove, the more turn meter you gain, the faster you're going to move again. And use the A2. Stun them. Steal their turn meter and go again and again and again. That's basically what Armanz the Magnificent can do, guys. The passive, this is very strong for Arena. Whenever a ship debuff is removed or expires on an enemy, increases the cooldown of a random active skill on that enemy to its maximum. Okay? Very, very strong. And fills this champion's turn meter by 10% for each turn added to the cooldown. Why not? Give me more turn meter. Speed aura for Arena, 28%. And yes, guys, this hero will be super powerful for live Arena, classic Arena. That's where this hero will shine. But, how I mentioned, you can use him in different areas. Now, I have a build for Arena, and the main thing with him, guys, he has cons, okay? So, if he gets weak hits, he's not going to steal turn meter, he's not going to place a stun on weak hits. He can get resisted, okay? That's another con with him, which is fine. He needs to have some sort of a counter. Polymorph versus him is a counter because he can get shipped as well, okay? So keep that in mind. These are his cons, okay? I haven't tried him for damage. I'm not planning to. I feel like it will be a bit of a waste. And talking about the build, I don't have him built for damage. He still managed to solo that wave just by continuously taking turns while they never got to take one, you know. And he has 58,000 HP, 2.3k attack, 3.3k defense, 342 speed, 599 accuracy, 406 resistance. The reason why I picked some resistance on him is because I will encounter polymorph, right? So I'm going to try and counter polymorph, and I'm not going to try and use him against 6-star polymorph all the time, right? It's not as common, only in the very top arena. And because of it, I want to protect him a little bit, and ensure that he's not going to allow the enemy to take a turn. I have him built on a 1-turn stone skin and a perception. The reason why I have a 1-turn stone skin is because I might encounter Tarichkas. Now, I forgot to mention at the cons, if you are going against stone skin, you're not going to be able to steal Termiter. You're not going to be able to stun them either. So that's the 4th con for Armanz the Magnificent. Masteries. Defense and support tree. Eagle Eyes tier 6. We have Retribution. We have Cycle of Revenge. Defiant for extra resistance. Pinpoint accuracy. As simple as that. But that was enough, right? We talked about the champion. Let me show you how he's going to behave in Faction Wars. Now, how I mentioned, weak hits will be his nemesis. Why? Because he won't be able to consistently steal the Termiter from champions that are Force Affinity. And that is fine. Getting resisted, getting the 3%, again, is going to happen every now and then. But in the meantime, while that happens, we're going to absolutely dominate the fight. We got resisted right there, 3%. It's fine. She was stunned. And right now, it might be a bit of a problem because we weak hit and she's going to take a turn. Basically, we got resisted once, then we got weak hit. We got resisted right now on the other character on the right side, and we're still taking their Termiter. We're still constantly stunning them. That's what this champion can do, which is so freaking crazy. And how you can notice, he's not actually using the 8-3 against them unless they will have some buffs. And because he has such a good cooldown on the skills, he's not going to be left behind, He's constantly going to use that 8-3 very, very often. But I just wanted to show you how this will play out. Let's move over to Arena. Let's see what he can do in here. Now, I haven't mentioned it. He's not really designed to fight bosses, okay? He's not going to be great against most bosses in the game. I'm not saying you cannot use him against some of them, but he's really not going to be extremely amazing in versus bosses, And let's actually see what we're going to do right here. I have no immunity, but check this out. Check this out. That Yumeko will be immune to stun, but that's fine. Drop the Termiter. That's if he got resisted. That's fine, because right now we're taking another turn. Now I can either ship her, because why not? I can do that, and just slowly take care of the rest. Let me break the ship with Baron. I don't want to kill the team just yet. I want to tiggle them a little bit more, because you know what I'm about to do right now? We're actually about to move over to the next skill in just a second. Now, for Arena, the enemy team, of course, it will be pretty fast as well, similar with my team as well. So it's going to be a bit harder to constantly keep them controlled, not allowing them to take a turn whatsoever, but it's definitely doable. Let's actually go in a fight without actually having any crazy damage dealer. Let's just go in without a damage dealer and see what we can do from there. I'm actually going to bring in Ultimate Death Knight. I always write UDK. I don't know why. I know his name is not UDK, it's Ultimate Death Knight, but I always type UDK, and I can never find him like that. Okay, let's go. Let's log them just to make sure we're not letting them do too many crazy things. There we go. Stun, decrease Termiter. We're back again. Just like that. Just like that, we're back again. So right now, if I want, I can polymorph somebody. Because I can do that too. Or I can go with A1, log their skills if they have anything on cooldown, which they don't, because I just logged them with Yumeko. And I can slowly just get the turn again and move over to the A3. So right now we can polymorph Kymar. The rest will not take a turn just yet. We remove the buff from their Yumeko. Not a problem. So how you may notice, that Sif is about to take a turn. Will she actually take a turn? I'm very curious to find that out. And right now I have a ship. I won't be able to steal the Termiter from the ship, but I'll steal the Termiter from the rest. And I should be going again because I stole so much turn meter. I literally just stole like 200% turn meter. She had almost 100%. She had almost 100%. He had like 30-40% as well. So we got so much turn meter that we are moving into the fight again. So if you guys are not prepared to fight him in arena when you're going to see him in a defense, you're going to get absolutely destroyed, okay? You're going to get destroyed by this champion because he can constantly do this to you. Here we go again! Armanz the Magnificent. There we go. What? You were about to move? Stay there, and no, you're not going to take a turn. So that's how it's being played. I'm actually I can drive my bike with no handlebars, basically, you know, and just let them do whatever. The AI is not that good on him. Seems like he actually went to use the A1 when he had the A3 available, the A2 available. I'm very curious why he chose to go for the A1 there instead of going with the A2 once Yumeko reset the fight, you know. Pretty interesting that, actually. So Sifi cannot sleep him with UDK in the team. But I can constantly stun that Sifi. There you go. I don't even need damage. You don't even need damage. Of course, once you start fighting opponents that are powerful and they have good builds on their teams, it's going to be different. You cannot really do this to them. They're gonna have stone skin. They're gonna have a lot of polymorph. They might have resistance. A lot of things can go wrong. They might have a better team overall in their defense. But just being able to absolutely dominate and destroy a team like this is just nuts, man. Look at that. Like that Sifi, I feel bad for her. I literally feel bad for that Sifi because she barely moved since she's there. Like, my god. Her muscles are going to get wrecked in there. She's not doing any work. We got resisted on the turn meter here, you see. Yes, Armanz is going to literally do this to a lot of you guys if you're not getting prepared to face him when you're going in arena. Now let's actually leave this on the side and see what else we can do with Armanz. Like, he doesn't have a damage build and he still managed to do 173,000 damage. I'm not sure how Yumeko dealt 104k damage, but I'll take that. So for example, let's just actually go in and try to have a proper fight, right? Let's go in to try and have a proper fight, and I will need to bring in a damage dealer. I still want to bring a lockout, but a lockout won't necessarily be as important in my case. So instead, let's actually try to bring in a Necret just to protect my nuker, and check this out. So a lot of you guys might not be aware, but Polymorph as a debuff will go through most of the enemy debuffs, okay? So right here, he has immunity. We're not gonna be able to put this because first we put the ship, then we remove all the buffs. But we can definitely do this. Okay, we stole the buffs. He has Lightning Cage. We weren't able to steal the immunity from him, which is fine. But right now, he's not protected by Necret. He doesn't have the Stone Skin anymore because that got removed. And I can slowly and surely just wipe him off now. Because that Stone Skin is not there to protect him. While I made the champion that was protecting him a ship. You're going to be able to really use this champion to its full potential. I feel like Sun Wukong is very strong, but this champion will be very strong as well. Sun Wukong has an idea. He can deal damage. This one cannot. And he's not going to be a good counter versus Ultimate Death Knight. The reason for it, weak hits, okay? So check this out. It's just not going to work very, very well, but we're still going to give it a go, because why not? Why not? Let's see if we're gonna weak hit on our very first attempt to take down an Ultimate Death Knight. Are we actually going to? No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, that's good. That's good. And now, yes, we hit on reaction. C'est la vie, mon ami. You know how the drill goes. That's going to happen very, very often. And because I had no lockout, that Duchess actually managed to put block buffs. So right now my Armanz won't actually do anything whatsoever. But that was my mistake, okay? And if I'm gonna back out of here, and let's actually play it a bit different. Let me just show you how we can make it work a bit better. So we're gonna drop that out, and Yumeko, let's bring you in. And I can still go like this with this team, even though I don't need Arbiter. I could have brought in here the new couple, actually. It would have been much, much better. But you don't really need Armanz with the new couple to get rid of UDK, honestly. So we locked everybody except Mitrala, of course. But I feel like we're gonna get a weak hit now. Oh, we haven't got a weak hit. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm not going to use that skill. I'm gonna go and try to bombard that Mitrala down, because I know he has reaction, and I know my poor Baron will suffer right now if that Harima takes a turn. But I'm going to try and do this before. Now we got Polymorph. That's one of the cons with him, how I mentioned. But check that out. We got so much turn meter that we're instantly taking a turn. Okay? And we're out of the Polymorph phase. Just like that. Now my problem right now is that he didn't took a turn. He didn't took a turn. So when I'm about to nuke, I might hit reaction. Which it happened because of it, you know? But it's fine. We're still going to be able to slowly make sure we're going to take them down in a way or another, you know? This is very, very dangerous when we have the Hex on, because we can get petrified, and that can be a bit of an issue for our team. But let's continue. Let's continue. Let's try to take her down. Once she's down, she cannot petrify us anymore. But right now I can do this. If we're now weak hitting, Polymorph, remove all buffs, and slowly and surely just make sure they're not actually going to do anything too crazy. We can do that right now. Get the turn meter, put some stuns. If we weak hit, of course, it's going to be a problem. If it's a sheep, you cannot do that to them. So we're going to be able to kill them now. And then again, we can go in and do like this. Drop the turn meter, put a stun. If we would have enough accuracy, we could do that to Mitrala as well. But in the meantime, we're actually going to try and polymorph that UDK again. We polymorphed Harima. That's strange. Why did the polymorph not go to UDK's passive? That's an interesting thing right here that I want to find out why now. So we're going to go and find another UDK team in a second. That was actually very, very interesting. Not sure why it happened, but it happened. Okay, of course we get resisted on Mitrala as expected. Like, I'm not expecting anything else from there. But right now I think it's going to be, we had enough, you know, we had enough. You go down, and you get a ship again. I love making them ship. Now, this is not the problem with Polymorph, okay? This is not the problem with Polymorph. The problem with Polymorph, guys, is the blessing. Having a champion that lands a ship on a short cooldown is fine. It's not the end of the world. I'm not saying it's, yay, I cannot wait to get more of them. But I'm just saying it's not a problem with Polymorph, you know? And I feel like the main issue is the blessing, and having Wukong and Armanz in the game won't necessarily break the game any further in terms of ship itself, you know. But Armanz is just going to be so damn powerful with the turn meter manipulation and not allowing the enemy to take a turn that I know for a fact it will piss so many of you guys out that, oh my god, you have no idea, basically, okay? So we took this down. I just kind of like wanted to see what's happening. Now let's see if we're using the ship against a different hero, except UDK. What's going to happen in that case? I'm very, very curious. Yeah, you do that. So places a ship debuff on an enemy, then has a chance of removing the rest. Can we polymorph their autos? Wow! We can actually. So we can polymorph the enemy through the UDK's passive. That's going to be so freaking powerful for Platinum Arena, because you're going to Just polymorph one of the Tarichkas and just wipe them off after. Just like that. Even if they have stone skin, it doesn't even matter. That is actually crazy. I don't think it's a bug. I think it's just the way he's coded, which makes him... It makes him 5 times stronger than I initially thought, basically. 5 times stronger than I initially thought. Honestly, that's just crazy. I had no idea that it's going to work like that. I was really not expecting that. You get stunned, Rotos. Be a good boy. Sit there and sit there. Wait for your mama to come back to life because she's not. Sifi is down. She's not here to rescue you anymore. That's it. And you're going down after her. Wow, I wanna find Tarichkas. Now we don't really have many Tarichkas on the server here. I know I have Tarichka from Victor Tess, but I don't know if he has a UDK in there. This is just crazy. It's going to change the offense teams so much. Yes, you could have used Wukong before, but now getting this, and you're gonna polymorph and then get polymorphed. So it doesn't even matter that you're getting polymorphed after you polymorph the enemy. It really doesn't matter. And you can just wipe Taras off like it never existed in there, or wipe Marichka off like it never existed, you know? No UDK in here, but I'm gonna try to reset. So as an idea, check this out, kind of like what I'm trying to explain you in here. So if we're going to put, for an example, let's just say we have a UDK in here instead of one of these Taras, and I want to polymorph one of the Taras to be able to kill... no, I want to polymorph Marichka, you know? There you go. Even if I'm getting turned to ship, it doesn't matter. But at the same time, I remove the buffs from the rest. Now, this Marichka actually had quite a bit of turn meter in here, which is not a problem necessarily. What I'm going to try to do right now is to bring that back. Unfortunate, but that's fine. Let's wipe them off. And I know she's going to revive because she had quite a bit of turn meter, and right now it's a bit pointless to go in and use the A2. I was going to revive and use the A2 directly, but that's if he put me to sleep. I feel like this is going to be very, very, very powerful. Like, honestly, very powerful. Take them down. Extra turn. Take them down. Bang. And Armanz could potentially empower this team even more. Now, I initially tried the new duo with Son Wukong, and it was fairly interesting. But it wasn't as good against most of the teams. So, if we are going to go against... Who had Tarichka in their weight? Taras. This one right here. So, as an example, let's say one of them is Marichka, okay? So, right now... Yeah, that Python is Marichka. Don't weak hit. Don't weak hit, please. You polymorph Marichka, right? And what you're going to be able to do is try to take down the enemy team. I know Taras is not going to go down because he had no shield or strengthen. And when Marichka comes back out of the ship, the rest should be dead or getting close to it, you know? And it's just such a strong thing to bypass UDK's passive. That's the main thing. And then you can just continuously go on like this and control Taras, whoever is left alive, and make sure they're not going to get enough turns to recover and basically destroy you, which is definitely super, super solid. Now we remove the buff, the debuff on him here, which is fine. Decrease cooldowns. And I was gonna say, is he going to nuke us? No, he's not. No, he's not. Okay, everybody wants a piece of my Armanz in here, man. Everybody wants a piece of him. You know what, EDK? Be a good boy and shut up. Be a good boy and shut up. Go be a ship. Go do your job, because that's why you're going to be from here on. This will definitely change the meta for arena defense. 100%. UDK was just such a pain for everybody in there, and just being able to bypass him and ship somebody else without having to use weak ass heroes in the team is just amazing. But guys, that's what Armanz the Magnificent can do. Indeed magnificent, and he just increased in value in my eyes right now by 5 times, just because he can actually bypass that passive. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This is more of an arena champion. If you guys are not interested in arena and you're not willing to put in the time and the grind, you might not have the resources for the fusion, don't go for it. But if you are an arena player, you might want to get this champion. You might want to go the extra mile to get the champion. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.